Eddie, I'm with you to the end. My home has found us.
What's his name, then? No!
We have something he needs. As long as Venom lives, everything will end. To the sky. Surrender.
It's been 6 years since Tom Hardy first brought Marvel's iconic anti-hero Eddie Brock and his partner in crime, Venom, to the big screen. And come on, he was far better than him. The last time we left Brock, he was in a tropical Havana before wrapping into a new reality, and then learning the existence of Spider-Man. No, not that Spider-Man.
See you, chump.
Though through his connection to the symbiote hive mind, and now with the Spider-Verse a thing,
Peter 1, Peter 2,
Peter 2.
Peter 3.
Peter 3.
sometimes a bigger thing, there is sure to be some appearance of the web crawler in this third installment. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to be notified for future TV and movie content. Now with Sony expanding its own universe with Morbius, Madam Web, and Kraven the Hunter, with the studio's dream to build a cohesive universe. Hopefully The Last Dance will salvage what's left and finally kick off the cinematic Sinister Six. Let's see what got us here.
We are Venom.
We start with Eddie Brock, an investigative journalist living his best life. He's got a cool job and a loving fiancée, Anne. But then Eddie gets too noisy for his own good when he starts digging into Carlton Drake, the corrupt CEO of the Life Foundation, and his work on illegal human trials. Oh yeah, they had a space expedition and brought 4 symbiotes to Earth. We'll get on to that later. Eddie's journalistic curiosity costs him his job and his relationship with Anne, and he's completely down on his luck, exactly how he was portrayed in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
I want you to kill Peter Parker.
Drake's ultimate goal is to use the symbiote to achieve human evolution into a new hybrid species, mutants.
You're not the only one with gifts.
Enter Venom, the symbiote that bonds with Eddie after he sneaks into the Life Foundation's lab. The guards track him down, but like a snake, he's packing with some venom. Venom, the menacing voice in Eddie's head, turns out to have his own agenda.
Eyes, lungs, pancreas.
Unlike other symbiotes, Venom kinda likes Earth and decides he wants to stick around, probably because of the
Food.
a bit like Beerus. Partnered up with Eddie, they make a perfect team. Well, eventually, because they are both losers.
On my planet, I am kind of a loser, like you.
Remember, 4 symbiotes crash on Earth, but only 3 were retrieved by the Life Foundation. Riot, the most dangerous of the 4, escaped. The silver symbiote ultimately bonds with Drake. Together, their plan is to bring more symbiotes to Earth. The other 2, Yellow and Blue, never successfully bonded with the suitable host, supposedly scream in agony. Venom reveals Riot's plan to Eddie and wants to help stop the invasion. Together, they take on Riot. Riot launches a space probe to bring the rest of the symbiotes to Earth.
He has got shit you have never seen.
Holy shit!
Told you.
The 2 symbiotes face off in a brutal, chaotic battle, with Venom ultimately managing to destroy the probe and kill Riot, but sacrificing himself, as that's what heroes do.
That's what. Because that's what heroes do.
But of course, he's alive, and he needs to tackle the serial killer, Cletus Cassidy, who promises carnage.
There's gonna be carnage.
Venom 2. Let there be carnage. So Eddie's still trying to get his life together, still a washed-up journalist, but doing the whole odd couple routine with Venom, who's just as hungry and snarky as ever.
Unhand me!
Venom wants to eat people. Eddie is like, bro, we gotta keep it low-key. Venom wants brains.
Let me eat him!
Eddie gives him chocolate and chickens. Yeah, it's a mess.
I'm starving!
So eat those guys.
I can't. Sonny and Cher are best friends.
Enter Cletus Cassidy. He is this creepy serial killer locked up in San Quentin. A traumatic past, abused by his family, who he later killed at an early age. As a teenager, placed in a grim orphanage where he met his girlfriend, Frances Barrison, also known as Shriek, who had supersonic scream that led her to be taken away to Ravencroft Institute, a prison for the supernatural. Behind bars awaiting his execution, he refused to speak to anyone but Eddie Brock. Cletus cryptically taunts Eddie with hidden details about his past and the location of his victims' bodies, all while harboring a dangerous obsession with Eddie. A clue. And like Stranger Things, they draw a map of Hawkins. The missing bodies are recovered, but Cletus is still on death row. Inviting Eddie to his execution and with some convenient plot gymnastics, Cletus bites Eddie, ingesting a bit of that Venom symbiote, and boom, he transforms into Carnage, who's basically Venom on steroids. He's red, more unhinged, and very much into murder, breaking out of prison on a serious killing spree.
Double kill, triple kill, overkill, kill-tacular, kill-trocity, kill-em-jar, kill-tastrophe, kill-pocalypse, killionaire.
Meanwhile, Venom and Eddie, they got some serious relationship issues, and things get more complicated with his ex-girlfriend Anne in the picture. Venom straight up leaves Eddie, crashes at some rave like he's going through a midlife crisis, and you're sitting there wondering if these two will ever have time to stop Carnage.
Diesel Protector out!
And where is the red symbiote? Breaking out his supernatural girlfriend. Don't they look like Sony's Joker and Harley? But just like Rush Hour 3, Eddie and Venom reunite with the help of Annie just in time for the final showdown with Carnage.
And you're not my brother.
I'm not your brother? All the stuff we've been through? Rush Hour 1, Rush Hour 2?
In classic superhero fashion, a big CGI fight where Venom and Carnage duke it out while Shriek does her thing. But in the end, our boy Venom comes out on top.
Fuck this guy!
The detective Patrick Mulligan, who was in close ties with Cletus and Shriek, is killed. But wait, he survived. But how? Presumably a symbiote known as Toxin spawned during the conflict with Carnage. Now has taken over Mulligan. Now the post-credit scene, Venom and Eddie are enjoying the Havana. When bam, they see Tom Holland Spiderman on TV, presumably caused from Doctor Strange's botched up spell. Venom is all like, that guy looks tasty. So yeah, we're setting up something big for the third installment. As before Eddie returns to his own franchise, he leaves a bit of himself behind. Venom 3, The Last Dance. Now what can we expect from The Last Dance? As the first two movies heavily jokes around Venom and Eddie in a romantic relationship, perhaps they get married in the third, with the promotional material stating, "Till death do they part." Eddie and Venom are now fugitives, hunted by a secret government unit determined to keep the existence of aliens hidden. Their mission becomes even more urgent as a looming symbiote invasion from Venom's home planet threatens to throw humanity into complete chaos. And who's behind the invasion on Earth? Loki?
He sent Loki. The attack on New York. That's him.
The dark god of symbiotes known as Knull, the creator of the symbiotes.
No!
His origin as a primordial deity associated to pure darkness. He forged the All Black, the first symbiote, and a living sword. Remember Christian Bale as...
I'm Batman.
As Gorr, the God Butcher in Thor: Love and Thunder. That sword, known as the Necrosword in the MCU, and was used by Knull to decapitate a celestial being. Remember the floating head in the MCU Guardians as the place and the celestial nowhere. The universe is much more expanded than you think, as Chiwetel Ejiofor is cast as a soldier to track down Venom and attain the symbiote. We see him capturing what was left behind in the MCU from the post-credits scene, but he also plays the powerful sorcerer Baron Mordo in Doctor Strange. Could this be a variant from the MCU, as he does seek the power of darkness and does have the ability to dimension travel? And who else can travel the multiverse? The Spot! Remember we see him travel into Mrs. Chen's convenience store from Spider-Man across the multiverse? Another surprising casting, Rise Fans, who played Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man as Dr. Kurt Connors in No Way Home. What's he doing traveling in the caravan? Is this a young Peter Parker? Morbius, Madam Web, and Kraven Hunter also share the same universe, but a cameo seems unlikely given the poor reception of some films. Detective Mulligan is possessed by the toxin symbiote that could be also after Venom. But Knull, as the big bad, if he doesn't make a full-flesh appearance in The Last Dance, he's sure to show up maybe in the MCU, and a key setup for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to check out my other videos on the channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe.